وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. Here the word yabudun is the most important thing to first determine what is the meaning of yabudun. Yabudun can be translated as just the worship as you stand in prayer, or some other religions have their own rites in different manners. Some people call this ibadat. So if you limit the meaning of word ibadat to this extent, then a very great objection is raised against this verse and against the objectives set by Allah for creation. Particularly those who are in their hearts not believers, whether they belong to any religion, any material. In their hearts they are not believers, they are non-believers. They mock at these things. They say, look here, what is God? After all, He is the most selfish being. He created the entire universe and has gone through the trouble of all this creation and laws, innumerable laws and struggles for existence and life and pain and death and suffering and happiness as well, just for His own sake, that people would one day begin to worship Me and bow their head to Me. That is not a noble end. This is the question raised, and it has some weight, of course. But the word yabudun cannot be translated as such. It's a word which has a very wide meaning, and unless you understand the meaning of this word, you cannot comprehend the purpose of creation, because the purpose of creation is mentioned here. Yabudun means, it is the word from abd. Abd means a slave. A slave is a person who follows the commands of his masters, has nothing of his own. And a slave is a person, in Arabic it is explained further, who follows his master's in his footsteps. Ta'abbada means a path which has been so heavily traveled that you find deep marks of footsteps. So somebody who follows some other being with a religious devotion and meticulously never goes astray, he is the abd who has followed somebody. So when God says Yabudun, it means I have created you to follow me and try to catch up with me. And when you understand this word, try to catch up with me, you know that he is a receding phenomena from you. He is not a limited being who can be placed here or there. It's an unlimited travel into excellence, from the lowest position to the highest. And that highest is not determined in terms of limitations. It is an unlimited travel into gaining more and more and ever greater excellence. So this is what the word Yabudun means. I created you from nothing. And as you can observe in nature, you were never left at the spot where you were created. At the moment of creation, you immediately started traveling towards perfection. You know, your elder brother has written a book, a small pamphlet in fact, in collaboration with another scientist. Something, I don't remember the title, but the first millionth of a second after Big Bang or something like that. Or the first 3 millionth of a second. And in that, how much might have happened and how rapidly the growth took place, it's fantastic in that short a time. But ever since the creation, there is a constant change in creation towards higher organization and better things. So Allah says that I am the creator of the same universe who is now addressing you, you have reached a stage where the unconscious development is now turned into a conscious development. Previously, you developed because of the willy-nilly, whether you wanted or not. And you are compelled to go on traveling towards me, to a higher being. And from now on, it's up to you. But the purpose of your creation is this, that now instead of being an inanimate object traveling towards perfection, you are turned into an animate object with full consciousness to continue traveling towards me. And that travel is unlimited. You will be gaining every second of your life if you try to imitate me. Behave as I want you to behave. Be my slave in both senses. Listen to my dictates, and because I am knowledgeable and I know what is better for you, if you follow me in the sense that you obey my orders, even then you will improve. And if you follow me in the sense that you try to imitate my attributes, try to be Rahman, try to be Rab, try to be Malik Yawmiddin, and so on and so forth, then you will improve again. So you will not stay at one single moment, you won't have a stale moment in your life. So that is the meaning of Ibadat. And now once you understand that meaning, immediately the whole prayer is understood by you. Because everything you say or do in the prayer is an exercise in the direction of Allah. And it's so full of meaning and philosophy. Once you understand the meaning of prayer. So Ibadat is this Ibadat which is mentioned by Allah. And as far as that objection is concerned, that Allah has done it for His own sake, for His selfish end, this has been totally denied by Allah in another place. It says that if you, all of you, pay no respect to me whatsoever, are completely broken away from me, have no contact, not a semblance of a contact, what will happen? You will begin to decay, but nothing will happen to me. It doesn't serve me anything if you pray to me or pay homage to me. If you don't, then you will be destroyed because you will have severed the lifeline between me and you. So that is the meaning of Ma khalaqtul jinna wal insa illa liya'budun. Now why it is said jinna and insa? Why didn't it say alone ins? Because ins means the common man and jinn means the great man. And the Holy Quran tells us that however great you be, you are always in need of being my abd. Because nothing can be greater than myself. So no pride should hinder you from being my abd. And may you not be conceited about it, that because we are big men of the world, we are the greatest politicians or presidents of such and such country, so we are free from homage to Allah.